Woo! Alrighty. God, I'm still impressed how many people were at this game. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Madison does it big.
You have such great fans. Ridiculous. Ridiculous fans.
You know, you put Frisbee and beer in one place, and a lot of people are going to show up.
I know there are numerous times I wanted to jump over, hang out with the crowd.
Tell me about it. I'm really torn between like playing for Madison and just being a fan.
And just being a fan, chilling the big ball.
Yeah,
the big water ball in the back.
Do you want me to intro into this at the queue? Hey everybody, welcome to Alta World Send It Back with Mark Burton. You got myself, KPS, and we are looking into the Seattle versus Madison game. 2016 is a big game. Mark, what are your feelings before heading into this rewatch?
I've said it numerous times. It was the most memorable game I've ever played in. Playing in front of that many people, the epic showdown, and then for those who have not watched it yet, I think everyone has, but the ending is one for everyone to watch. So it's going to be great. What about you?
Same. I'm also torn with like telling too much about the game because maybe there's one person who's just going to have like the viewing party of a lifetime tonight watching this game. But it's a really good game. It's something that I've obviously spent a lot of time watching, and I think the fans are really going to enjoy it.
Yep, absolutely. Cool. Ooh. All right, so just to show off, I don't know. I think people know this. Some people don't. Huge Packer fan, so I got to rock my Green Bay Packer jersey right away. So. Even did a little title belt a couple times. So yeah.
I forgot the title belt. I brought the 2020 champagne though.
Oh, did you?
That's awesome. I don't know if you had yours or not. I couldn't find a way to like put it on the wall at all, so we're just gonna. If anyone wants to see it, you just put in the comments. We'll bring it up.
That's funny. There's Danny Karlinski. Danny Karlinski, I love him. He's such a great leader. He calls the right plays, and there he is socializing like he always does. So yeah.
Wait, are you talking about Peter Graffi right there?
Oh, Peter Graffi. No, I'm talking about Danny Karlinski. But Graffi, he's a good defender. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that guy is.
Tell me a little about him. Tell me a little more about him. Yeah.
Well, he came in 2014, and he was just this stud. I mean, he could do everything. And then it took him a while to like settle down before he really became like a consistent contributor. And then, we're starting.
Yep.
Here we go.
Looks like a little side stack. Look at that. All right.
Dude, you need to stop giving Colin Camp those easy unders.
Look at that, Mark.
Actually, don't stop.
Look at that, Mark. Look at around. You're using the middle of the field pretty well here. I am not. I'm on the D line. I'm not D line. That was a beautiful shot. And Joe, Joe likes to give a little extra love afterwards sometimes, But you appreciate the high five and the handshake.
Yeah. There's a lot of those this game. I feel like a lot of this contact is okay.
Yeah.
I watched this game again today. So this makes about the 100th time I've watched this game. But there's actually like quite a bit of contact. I think Chuck Town and Evan Lepler talk a little bit about contact, and also Meagles. And they're like thinking a lot of the contact was pretty harsh, but I think for the most part it was okay.
Yep, I agree. There was no crazy fouls that were to fight about. So yeah. All right, there you are. Look at you.
Go up 1-0.
Look at you.
I know. Brand new three-quarter tights are super tight.
Yeah. Hair's looking good. You're ready.
One level 3 of hair growing right now.
God, I was a small person among giants. We had Raider, Zane Rankin, who plays bigger than what he is, and Nick Stewart. It's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, you had Nick this year, huh?
Yep.
Who was your handler
Nick
again
was,
here? What was?
Which one was that?
The guy who played for Carl or Cut. What's his name?
We had Rio, Danny, and we had. I can't see right now. Rio, Danny. Who else was there? I can't see. Nick Stewart, Danny, Rio. I don't know who the other handler was. Zane. I don't know who the other handler was. I didn't see the first point or the first starting 7.
So we got 1-1 here. Everything
With
is
lucky,
business as usual.
Oh, Simon. Holy crap, Simon.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of his name either.
So Simon, he was joining on with Sockeye, coming back to Sockeye this year, and so he came back in throughout the season. Him and Nick Stewart, we were trying to get back into the swing of things and get some chemistry reps, and so Cascades was a great opportunity for that. Simon's one of the best handlers I've seen. His dynamic, his throws, he can break any mark. He's such a challenge to try to mark on. He's incredible. I love him.
Do you miss him?
Miss him a lot. Oh, absolutely. He's such a great teammate too. Great leader. I love him. So.
Let's see. Something that surprised me on the rewatch is I forgot that Adam Drews, who has the disc right now, he's our lefty. He's teaching English in Korea. He usually comes back and plays with us for the final 2-3 months of the season. But we played him on offense this game.
Only this game too. That's pretty
something that caught me by surprise.
Yeah, usually with somebody you pick up later, you'll throw them on the D line and go make plays. Maybe is it being a lefty factor?
We like our lefties. Bill Everhart, Vic, Drews. We've always had at least one lefty on the line. What about you guys?
Oh yeah, I mean Donnie Clark, you're going to see quite a bit later on. He's great.
That's him right there.
There's this one. Yep, that's Donnie Clark. Also, I'm going to give a shout out to Adam Holt. Adam Holt is also a guy who, 2013, when I played on Sockeye and Rainmakers, he was a vet and he was a lefty, and he's one of the craftiest lefties as well. So Seattle likes their lefties.
For those fans.
All right. So what were your thoughts going into this game? You got us coming from Seattle. We got, we had, I think, 18 players, I think. It was 17 or 18 players coming into this game.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts about playing us?
Thoughts coming into the game. I think I had a much different role.
I think
it's big body.
Yeah. Big sky ball.
I didn't really have a leadership role, or I think it was second or third string here. So my job was to come in and try to make as little mistakes as possible. I know that I was given the Raider matchup, and I got wrecked this game. He just does work this game. I think over the game, I'll start counting the defenders, but I'm pretty sure we had 4 different defender assignments on him throughout the entire game, and no one could stop him. He was just played lights out this entire game.
Yeah. Matt Raider, again, another one. It's hard to stop him. He has taken over I don't know how many games before, and again, he's part of the heart. He's the heart and soul of the team. So
he has a tattoo, right, on his arm. It was believe. There's a belief speech during this game. You got to cue us in on that when it happens. Yeah.
That came from the heart. That was not planned. That was something I think he just. And then he kept doing it throughout the rest of the season too, and on. So it's kind of his thing, which you kind of do.
Let's see. All right, so we got rip that. Also, unsung hero. I think Mesh gets a little bit of credit, but he's been on the team for 8 years, and he is just the most consistent player we have. He just gets 2 to 3 blocks a game, not a ton of turns, really consistent with the Frisbee. And that guy's really good. I don't know why we're trying camp. I mean, he's good too.
Solid bet. Solid. Yep. I think that was our first break.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
Did you have any assignments coming in? This, you have to watch out for this person, or this is the real problem on the Radicals, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, you got Colin Camp. I think Joe got him. BJ was guarding him quite a bit. And then you had like Duncan trying to guard Brown. Yeah, Andrew and Kevin both. But wasn't one of them hurt for a while? And this is like the first game back, I heard, or something like that. I don't know what it was, but
Kevin Brown broke his foot.
That was
like in June, and came back and played for this game. And then here's a little slicer.
That is dirty. That's a dirty throw. You could have probably threw the backhand.
Yeah, that could have been backhand. Could have been anything a little out to space. Yeah, if Nick Stewart is playing a little bit more on that mark, that throw is blocked.
Big Mark getting there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just looking. No way he throws it inside, right?
Yep, absolutely. And then Raider right there too. No, Nick Stewart too. He was a beast. Still is a beast. He really fierce competitor. He literally took over the playoff games in the West Coast for us, and in our playoff games when we had to play back-to-back games. He tore it up and then continued throughout the rest of the season. And so Nick Stewart's an incredible player, force downfield and on D.
Hey, how do you deal with cameras in your face? Are you a fan? Are you pro camera in the face? Or do you wish they wouldn't do that stuff?
I'll pick and choose my moments. Usually, at first, I was all excited, and then as you kind of get a little bit used to it, you're just like, it's there, and you'll have fun every once in a while. But I'm more like, all right, yeah, I gotta act like I'm thinking about the game or something. So, what about you?
All right, I don't hate it. I hate it. I wish they could be a little bit further away. They can zoom in on me from far away. Don't need in my face. All right, so we get a stall here. Bill Everhart, lefty, works out great. Meshnik here. I think he doinks this one. Yeah.
Doinks it. Ooh.
Okay. I had to just talk about Mesh too.
That's the conservation of greatness there.
Still consistent. Great player for us. Oh yeah.
So yeah, we brought. There you are. There you are. Yeah. So it looks like we got broken twice, and then the D line came out and trying to finish up the job, clean it up for us. Looks like Jesse was wide open on the far side. Swing it. Yeah,
it's
got two quick breaks. We had
two breaks here.
Yeah, we had the stall count. Earlier, the point before. So, and it was a short field, 10, 15 yards. You can't do that. That's one of my big pet peeves is turning over the disc right in your end zone.
Notable here is Jay Frood and Abe Coffin both on the field at one time. So they came here from, or before they went to Dallas, they were here. Yep, and this is their sophomore year on the Rads. Actually, I think it's Jay's second year here and Abe's first year. They decided to leave because we just weren't cool enough.
We're cool. Is that why?
We're cool enough. Dallas won, and that was way cooler. So
it was way cooler.
Yeah. Spoiler: Dallas wins the 2016 championship weekend.
Dang. You just blew it. You blew it for the whole crowd. Yeah. Blew it for them all. That was probably travel, Joe. That was probably travel.
Mark, how big does it feel to get the score there instead of giving up the break on the other end to make it 5-1?
I mean, the wheels can fall off. I mean, it's one of those things. You got to find momentum. You got to find your shoes. So when the D-line can come in and do its job and help out the O as an O-line player, that we take that to heart. And it was huge. I mean, for them to show up. But we also have the faith that they can do it and get out there and play offense and make us look silly for turning over the disc a couple times. So huge, especially first quarter. That was a hold. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's huge to do in the first quarter, especially when Madison and even in Ultimate you can go on runs, especially in the AUDL, and so it can become very big, as you may know later on in the game. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose that, you're down 3 breaks.
MC, absolutely. MC is
Who's
a legend.
MC? Tell us a little about MC.
So Mike Caldwell, how old was he during this game? Probably would have been 38, 30. Maybe he's watching, can help me out. But I learned so much how to cut into space, how to hold, and when to attack. And so he's one of the I have so much love for MC as a role model and being a vet and knowing what it means to be part of the team and bringing more intensity as an O-line player, which is a little different. O-line tends to be chill and cool and collected. MC brings that heart, that passion to an O-line that really helps us out. And so for him to be out here and grind and to teach me and others lessons, it's huge, huge. That was a big upline. That was a big upline.
Yeah, I mean, that's Andrew Brown.
101.
Andrew Brown, notably not on the Radicals anymore, but for 6 years, he just anchored this line. Kevin Brown, Pat, Tom. It is just almost impossible to really, like, carry us in the backfield with those three at the helm.
Absolutely. I mean, that's who we need to stop. We threw Duncan, who's scrappy, DY at him. Yeah, we were trying to throw everybody to keep them tired out.
Well, I think something that's unique about this year specifically is we had all like these veterans who were relatively like Andrew Brown's well known in his circles, and so is Pat and Tom. But as far as like these big names, like not a ton of them, but they were all like in their peak this season and like the next season, and like we had them for 4 or 5 years. They all got here, and you really see the fruits of our labor for the past 5 years now, and that's just like that backfield consistency, just being calm. Pat looks tired. He's really not tired. He just does that to make people feel better about themselves.
Feel bad. It's all for the looks.
Yeah. All right, 5-2 here.
Yeah, we got a host stack. It looks like it's a clear. Looks like you're junking up some of our pull play look, which is pretty smart. So we're just trying to dink and donk our way, typical Seattle style, until we can get out of it and run it. What I really liked, y'all threw a couple of random double teams, but they seemed at the same time purposeful. I don't know if y'all talked about that kind of stuff, but it seemed like you did it at certain times, especially when maybe a more dynamic thrower got it, which was pretty impressive. So
I think we abide, like what we're doing right now is like as your person gets further away from the Frisbee, you get further away from your person. And I think I get roasted right here and don't do a good job of it.
That's Maddie.
But typically, that's the way we like to do things, is just get a little separation and get help into the middle of the field.
Yeah, y'all did a great job. I mean, making us grind. We didn't really have. That was an ugly hammer. I threw that. I got tired. Y'all tired me out, and I decided to end it. I decided to try to end it.
That's the goal, right? Just like get you frustrated. I don't want to throw 200 throws. I just want to score.
That's exactly it. And that, of course, that's like the offensive mentality. That's a huge.
This is classic Tim calling a timeout, and defense finally has a chance to score.
How's I hear things all the time about Tim. I'm curious how he is as a coach. What is he saying in these timeouts? Does he give it to the players? Does he take it over? What does he do?
All sign language. He actually doesn't speak at all. No, Tim has never been a hype man, and that has kind of been a boon for us. Like he's just a source of calm and collective for us, just to be centered and go into whatever point or strategy we're doing calm. I think over the years we've developed other players who are meant to be hype people, and Tim just comes in there, tells us what our jobs are, and we kind of find some balance in that. I think Mesh does that very well too. Mesh is very like soft spoken,
things like that.
But when he does talk, you're gonna listen to what he has to say.
Cool.
And then there's Drew's right there in the orange cleats. Brian Hart too. I mean, Brian Hart plays for one more season after this, but that man is just like pure Frisbee. I miss him a lot. Yeah. That's a backhand. I miss that a lot too. I would take every turn like that to have Brian Hart back in Frisbee.
Oh, cool. Matty Russ just picked up the disc there. He's one of the most underrated players. I think he was one of the top 5 guys on our team for the last couple of years.
That's a big deal.
Number 44, lanky, really good defender. Thrown behind. See, we just had this first quarter. This first quarter absolutely showed just the fact of playing in a different atmosphere, having to travel, you know, and just like the fact that we're trying to get our feet wet. And I mean, we were trying everything that we can to keep our, you know, head above water here before, you know,
what was the
we
hardest
dug deeper and
thing
deeper.
to adjust to when you got here? What was like was it the fans? Was it like temperature? What was like the biggest obstacle for you?
The biggest obstacle is probably, I mean, we were playing with 18. We knew there were 18 of us. We knew our job was to go out and play Ultimate and give the best show that we can give by supporting each other. So we knew all those philosophy points. At the same time, we were just, it's about getting your feet wet in a brand new atmosphere. We weren't in our stadium. We weren't in Seattle. You know, 2-hour time difference doesn't really make a huge difference for us because and we arrived the day before. So I don't know. It's playing with a new team too.
How'd you feel?
You know, a team that you've never played before.
Yeah. How'd you feel like coming into Breeze and like seeing all those fans?
I was looking around and I said, this is the coolest thing in the world. Just playing in front of that many people, and the fact that I got to be in Madison. You know, my dad's from Wisconsin, and so playing the championship, you know, semis and finals in Madison is just incredible. And so for me, I was awestruck. It was like me walking into a baseball field for the first time and kind of seeing everything. So playing the stadium was incredible for me, and I know that for us, that was a great post block.
Yeah, that's Steph Meyer right there, the professor, one of our veterans up until 2019.
Ooh, that's a tricky shot. That's a tricky shot. That's a tricky shot. See, and it's just like stuff like this. Like, it's things like this though that like just kept us in the game just a little bit in this first quarter. And I'll kind of say I think y'all could really put your foot down on us in this first quarter. And we just held in there, but y'all dominated. Look at this. It's like we were nervous. You know, we just.
I think we gave you another one here too.
And clench our fists. Exactly. Yeah. There's me.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was like, I think it was a break, bro. High release blade over the top. I'm like, if this works, it's done. And this is it. This is exactly. Yep. So we're attacking from the middle of the field, which is great. Y'all are doing a great job. Y'all play really good heads-up D this whole game. It's a lot of heads-up. Simple swings.
I honestly like
smart double team.
A lot of what we're doing here just feels like an older version of what we're doing now. I rewatched this game again. It's like, man, we look so much better the past 2 years than we do this year. That's just me being nitpicky about this defense. Like that was a one-on-one deep, and like one of our philosophies is just like they should never be one-on-ones deep.
One-on-one deep. That's smart. With our cutters, with our cutters downfield, that's really smart to not allow one-on-one situations in that play field, because we have enough throwers. Zane has bombs, Danny has incredible throws. You know, there's others who can come. MC has great throws, so there's people who can come under and get it, and then we have Raider and Nick and others who are going deep. So it's huge.
Notably, that was Simon who caught that one. He probably left handler space because he saw that we were just giving him the deep space.
Simon loves doing that, and we'll tell him to do that all the time.
He's tall, right? Simon? He's like over 6 feet.
Simon's tall. Yeah, he's over 6 foot. Yeah.
Hey, that good-looking guy.
Raider and I talking. I miss him.
Mark, is this the best Cascades team that you've played on?
I would say yes. I'd say the best in. I mean, it showed. It's just like we had vets, we had a mixture of athletes, and we had people who have played in big games before. And I think that really helps when it comes to a season, especially a long season, because I've had other seasons where it's been like we'll go into 3. Oh, Hussein is so good.
Yeah, he had a great game.
Healthy Hussein is so good, and fun out offside or off the field as well. But yeah, I think this is the just with the mixture that we have, and you know, everyone was just kind of bought into the energy that we brought. So I'd say yes.
What do you think is one of the players, like, you know, if they would have came this weekend, the 2016 weekend, like if you could have picked the 2 players to complete your roster, who would they have been?
2016 was, yeah. I'm trying to remember. It's a great question. And I know right off the top, my other people probably know this.
Because Reed couldn't come, right? Reed was in Poland.
Reed is a vet, great puller, heads up in the air, you know, in the air, anything up high, he's going up for. So Reed is definitely somebody who we're missing. That was great. I'm trying to remember who else. Charlie, you should know this. Charlie, help me out. No?
Who's the X Factor 2016?
2016. Who else
was
on the
missing?
squad? I mean, this was crazy. I caught it, and he like it was in my hand. It was like a strip with his foot. So I don't know what it was, but
that was a bicycle kick.
Like I caught it, and then he ninja'd it, and it
bicycle kicked it out of your hand.
Yes, but it was in my hand, so it was really weird. It was really bizarre, and I was like, I threw my
Here's our
hands
zone here. You'll see that zone run a lot whenever we have something near the end zone. We'll take a look at it next time it happens, but usually we're just trying to make you take another minute off the clock or hopefully get flustered.
And throw something
My
up there.
recollection of 2016 is that Seattle didn't really put its best team on the field until this game. Is that true, Mark?
I'd say so in general. I mean, we, you know, Cascades and Sockeye, they had a partnership, and so it was for people who, you know, we wanted to play together, chemistry, and we were a great representation of Seattle in you know, then, and so like it was one of those things that whoever can play and play it, and so we were getting reps together. So that's kind of what we were doing for it. So
I you're saying you got better with going from 20 to 18.
I mean, I think it's hard to pick an X factor to try to answer that question, at least from my mind, because in a lot of ways, it felt, I don't want to like spoil the game too much, but like so much of this game we see just like smooth, beautiful Madison offense like that. And it didn't feel like there was one player for Seattle that like really catalyzed things. It was just a team effort and some like really strong individual plays that we will see later on.
Yeah, if you remove Matt Rader from this game, I think we win by 15.
Oh, so you think Matt is that?
He scored like 10, 11 goals himself. He just had a crazy. I mean, I agree with you. Seattle just had an insane performance this night. But man, Matt Rader just like was consistent from quarters 1, 2, 3, and 4, just delivering on every single point. And this pass throw is just like
that was a great throw. Raiders like that. That is Raider in a nutshell. But I'll say it, in the West Coast when we played in the Western Conference in the playoffs. I mean, it was Nick Stewart. Nick Stewart had an incredible. And we had to play on like a Saturday, Sunday, or it was a Friday, Saturday, or something like that. And so we had to play one game and then play next game. And so Nick just took over, and you know it was. And then I believe Raider flew down Sunday. I think he didn't play Saturday, and so we had him fresh, if I remember right, Sunday. So.
Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this sweet view here of our zone. It looks like it looks like it's man.
Looks like
I see Weber out there playing some man defense. That's also something that I am really glad I was Weber's teammate, as I never got to be marked by him. Yeah.
See that like that. That is y'all in a nutshell. Y'all make us grind, work, and then we have to throw some. And as an O-line, you know, we have to be more like an O-line and know that we can put in the work with our legs. And we were trying to win it and kind of got a little tired of it.
Jay was there too, but like Mesh, so Mesh is gonna, I think he's gonna get this goal here. Yeah, I think we'll see a replay here too, but Mesh creates that look by poaching off this under, and then he turns his head and he goes and himself into the play to get the block along with Jay. I think we'll see it here. So he's gonna poach in the lane to the right, and then make that hammer look good, and then just close on this.
I'm kind of mad myself because I just stood there and watched it.
Oh yeah. Mesh has this crazy way of running where it doesn't look fast, but somehow he gets to places before you do. We're still figuring out how he does that.
It looked like a good angle on that. He kind of made Zane kind of have to think about going around him for the block, and also he just went right to the disc. So he
can't go through people.
No.
Yeah, going through people is not legal. Yeah.
All right, see if we can get back into it here. Centering pass, Danny. It's either Danny or Simon. So we center to.
Oh yeah.
That is a heck of a shot though. There was nothing you could do on that. That was a heck of a throw by Danny. Like Danny threw it underneath the mark and threw it with so much torque on it and put it right in the letters for Raider. Right on shot. Nothing you could have done.
The one play that I was guarding Raider that I thought I was in position, because when he went deep, I took the open side positioning, and then it just went on the completely wrong side of me. And then for the rest of the game, you'll see just Raider running all over me. At least one time. I think he gets one more. I get one more shot at him. I blow it, and then we start doing some changes on defense.
So when Raider pads you on the butt right there, what was your reaction? Do you recognize it?
Elation.
No? He's like,
yes.
Give a little pat on the butt.
Yeah, I'm just an internal guy. I like to process things on my own. So after that happens,
awesome.
I like to think about what happened and go out and try to do something differently. I just need a little butt slap from a teammate or Raider.
From teammate or Raider.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Whenever I turn over or whatever, I'll replay in my head and then change it and then get back out there. And it's out of my head, but you got to, I got to hit that rewind to see it.
I'm really not a pep talk guy either. Oh yeah, Dave.
It's a heck of a shot. See, your first half up to now, our D didn't apply a whole lot of pressure. I mean, there were moments where maybe we were close, like Joe was close a couple times, and Hussein came up to the block at the end of it. But most of it, y'all were great leaving that space wide open in the end zone, where numerous times you threw 5-6 throws, and it was a goal. It was incredible, and we have to do a better job of playing more heads up D. I think we tried to jump up here to get that, but that's a narrow window that our head was down for a second.
Well, notably, Dave is one of the few players that has gone 50-50-50. And I think there's 5 of them. I don't know, Charlie, you can fact check me on that.
That's impressive.
I mean, when he's on, he can throw the disc anywhere he wants to throw it. He's so tall too that you can't really give him the deep space either. So when he's good, he is pretty unstoppable. There we go, 9-5. I don't think you've broken rest yet, right? We
have. I don't think we do in the first half. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think we do in the first half.
Okay.
If I remember,
right.
I've probably watched this game maybe 4 or 5 times. So, spoiler, yeah, I did.
Dallas fans, if you're just joining us, you can see Abe Coffin over here on handler D. Jay Fruit downfield.
Why you gotta push MC down like that? Yeah, why you gotta do that to MC?
Honestly, I think this is. I wish we could rewind. This is one of the few ones where I think Weber was actually quite a few steps away. Yeah, don't.
I don't know. The ref doesn't.
But he's also 6'5", so I mean, if he opens his arms, he just knocks people who are under 6 feet away from him. I mean, he is a big guy. I miss him.
I like it. What are your thoughts on gloves?
No gloves.
I see. Yes. See, I see he's wearing gloves. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not Kurt Warner.
I used to use gloves. Not anymore, though.
Yeah.
Nice throw.
Nice,
So is Nick Stewart purely an offense guy? Like normally during like the regular season?
No, he played offense and defense. Him and Rader both, just because they're both unique players and gifted. So I know that Nick and Rader both played some D and some O. But I mean, if you can have them both on the field, they're big monsters. So, but we used Nick in a lot of different positions and on O and D.
That was a good throw, man.
And he wanted. Oh, thanks. And he wanted to play.
Yeah, MC, Nick Stewart, Matt Rader, all in a row. Hussein.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. There's Jesse Bolden. I love him. Northwest School.
Yeah, Tom Annan too. I think this year Tom was, or in 2016 he was playing for Ironside, I think. And so like he was playing at a very high level. Andrew Brown always playing at a high level in that backfield. Colin Camp. Everyone always giving him the under. Brian Hart, Pat. Just a smooth,
great offense. I was about to say it. Great offense. So you're holding on the distance.
Do it, Dave. Do it to him, Dave.
Boom! See, look at that. A lot of your goals have been from the middle of the field.
Oh no.
Middle of the field and attacking. It's incredible. Charlie, do we have any questions? I don't know.
Some technical difficulties. 1 second.
Nope, it's right in the breadbasket.
And this is why Tim DeBio wants Dave Wiseman to take more shots.
Yeah, it's hard to argue. The Iceman, Dave Wiseman, dialing it in, making.
Can you hear me now, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You're good. Hold on.
Oh, you can't? Uh-oh.
There we go.
Still hear you.
Very sensitive, that Dave Wiseman.
Always overreacting. Look at this guy. Relax, huh?
Oh, Will Chen. One of the amazing teammates, hard worker, always stays in shape. I mean, he's constantly working on his throws, his release angles. You'll see him all the time kind of throwing afterwards or working on his hucks, working on his pulls. Great guy, great person, and great teammate as well. And so you'll see how much work he puts in. And he also has one of the best marks on the team. He's really good at creating different angles and are different, making a lot of throwers pivot and making angles tough for them to make throws.
This was my last point on the Raider assignment. And just to top it off, he brings my headband to me. He's so nice.
He flicked it at you.
Yeah. He just roasts me again. He's like, oh yeah, here's your headband.
Wait, I think it's the one where he gave you a look too. Oh, he gave you a look. Look at this. Watch this.
Yeah.
Ready? Catches it. I think he gives you a little turn, little look, and he goes,
Yeah.
So that was your last time guarding him? You didn't guard him again?
Yeah, so we, through this game, we'll cycle through, I think, 4 defenders. I think we put Scott Riggles on him, we put Peter Graffy, and we put Jay on him all in one game.
He's so hard to stop. Like, what do you do? And his throws has gotten better and better. So now he's a double threat. Like, it's insane.
Well, luckily, when we played him in 2018, we figured out how to guard him a little bit better on Chicago. But it took this game to really figure that out.
KPS, would you say he's the toughest guy you've had to guard in the league?
This year, yeah. Like the 2016 year. I didn't play him much in 2019. I'd say he's up there. Like him, Goose, all very difficult players. Jack Williams on Raleigh, very good. I've guarded Jimmy Mickle 1 time, and that was very difficult. Pat Trywise every day at practice. Yeah, he's up there. He's an elite athlete.
So this is the kind of D that I'm loving is that we're making a throw at least 20 throws rather than earlier on in this game it was kind of like 4, 5, 6 throws and then kind of a nice huck look And so right now we're making you kind of work. That was a lean back forehand IO.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was a weird throw. The funny thing is, like, Andrew Brown loves that style of defense because he's really not concerned about assists or being flashy. I mean, he could just stay out there the entire game and just do swings. He really doesn't care.
He doesn't care less.
So when we had him being an active player, it was very easy for us just to maintain possession. Finding a replacement for him is going to be yeah. What is that throw? That is the opposite of Andrew Brown throw. But still, like, very, very good throw. I'm not saying it's bad at all.
The lean back IO. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I mean, Snell can make a play on that. Yeah, Snell can make a play on that. Put it right where. That's the thing about throwing is, I mean, some are going to look good, others aren't. But if you throw it in a place where a defender can't even make a play, it's thrown to the back shoulder. That's all stuff you got to learn as a thrower.
For sure.
So I saw that a lot too. Y'all ran down the pole and just doubled up our. We see it a lot in the West Coast too. We see a lot of running down, stopping the pole play if they can get down there, and doubling up the centering pass.
Do you call it box on the West Coast, or do you have a different name?
No.
For it? Oh, what a throw!
We just call it. I'd say we probably just double it. It's just double team.
Gotcha.
I guess we would call it. Yeah.
We'll call it just box, where we just gum up the handler lanes right away. You'll see that a lot from us this game.
Absolutely.
It looks like this is the duo.
There's Nick Stewart. Just tally him up. He's a big avid gamer too. He likes to play board games. Big time board gamer.
That throw is really good. It's a good throw.
Slicer.
So when you tell your friends to who aren't into frisbee to start watching frisbee, do you suggest this game?
I suggest everything from this game to Riot to Mixtape to Sockeye. I show the Northwest love, but also other games. Like there's tons of other games out there. Team USA, the women's and mixed and men's teams. Like just to show that you can represent the country as well. But this game, I absolutely show. I mean, just based on how many fans are there. And just the atmosphere and the crazy earmuff spoiler alert, just what's about to occur. It's something that it's a Cinderella fairy tale kind of game. So why not show this? So yeah. What about you?
Totally. Yeah, I send them the link to this, and they're like, "What is frisbee?" And I'll send them the link to this game, and they probably don't watch it because they're not that interested. But my hope is that this is the first game they watch because this is very exciting.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
You got it all in this game.
Absolutely.
Tom Annan.
Who threw that hammer? That was. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. Good question. Tom Annan, trivia, was the first Radical.
Ever?
Yep. So when Tim put the team together, along with David and Chad, other owners, Tom Annan was the first call to be on the team. And he actually, I think if Tom doesn't say yes, I don't think we get Andrew Brown. I don't think we get a lot of buy-in. I think a lot of what made the Radicals unique in these first few years is that we had a lot of buy-in for the league. So whereas I think maybe a lot of teams were just doing it to do it. We were developing new strategies when people told us that zone won't work or triple poaches won't work, all that stuff. We just stuck with it for a number of years and we developed it. Some kind of the pioneers. So here, this is the first assignment that we put Wriggles on defense.
Yeah.
And Jay, Wriggles, and me are all in the deep space, playing. But
you got him. You got him under. You got over the top. You bracket.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take his space. Also gave space. And they just scored.
He also, I mean, it was centered to Simon, and Simon's going to be Simon. If he doesn't have a quick flash look on that, look at that because it's too far. I think. Yeah. Oh, that almost hit. Who was that? Zane. Yeah, that almost hit Zane right in the head on the cross. So, but that happens though. That happens in every AUDL game. It's some form of miscommunication. Oh, you had him over the top on a deep look, or.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. How old is Matt Rader in this game? Do you know?
in this game, he's probably 25, 24.
I'm for sure he was like 40. He's got an old face.
I think he's like 27, 28 now. I mean, he's been playing. He's played out soccer since 16, so he's been playing for a while.
I've been saying good things about him. I can say he looks old.
You have good.
Yeah. He doesn't play old. He just looks old.
Those two guys can just chew you up.
A little bumping. Is that Duncan? Yeah. Yes, Duncan. Is that Duncan? I think it's Duncan. Yeah, that's Duncan.
And
yeah,
Brian Hart.
In between.
One thing about Brian Hart is like when he gets his eyes on the frisbee, he doesn't care about contact at all. When like defenders are coming at him, like he'll just try to catch the frisbee, and then whatever happens after that happens, and he normally comes down with it. And again, not when he's on defense, when he's on offense. I'm not saying he's trying to kill people out here, but he just isn't intimidated by any sort of traffic.
Or physical, he accepts physicality, likes it.
Yeah, like he keeps his eye on the ball, right? I mean, that classic saying that we hear, he just keeps his eye on the ball, he catches the frisbee, and then he just makes sure he catches it.
Yep. Well, Sam.
Oh, Brian Hart, we miss you. Bring Brian Hart back. Someone start anything. Bring Brian back.
Harkness and BJ are on the roster for Cascades this season, so I would love to have them back, and so we're having virtual practices, but we're waiting for see what happens here. We're all clear happens. So here you are in like a triangle.
Yeah, so that's that little box thing we do just to get you
we knew that coming in. Yeah, we knew that coming in after watching. We knew that y'all like to throw your zone. You like, was that a drop? I think it was a drop.
Yeah.
See that's we've given you two of those, and so like it's like we can't give good teams, great teams, easy goals like that. We've had really, now I think two returns.
It's cool to see Jay and Abe in their prime. You know, like right here, they really kind of went downhill after this season.
You think so? I don't think so. Man, Jay and
Abe was like the most popular person on the team, but never said more than like 5 words, I think. We were just like huge Abe fans. Just never heard from him.
Sounds like a good teammate.
Yeah. Very soft-spoken.
Do the Radicals win more championships if those guys stay in Madison?
I think so. I think it's you can't deny that Abe and Jay are elite athletes and very, very talented. And I think they found a role that was more suited to them on Dallas. And I mean, clearly, they produced in the previous or following seasons. I mean, this was our strongest team that we put together to date. So I mean, to put these same people on the battlefield and then also have Jay and Abe the following year would be insane.
Would your championship team have beaten this version of the Radicals?
Yes.
Ooh.
So like 2017, we lost like Riggles, but we also like got Riggles back in 2000. So we got like Riggles against Riggles. Like there's really not a huge change in roster other than Abe and Jay. I think like also Peter from this game to 2018, Peter is a huge jump. Like he goes from being like a playmaker to kind of a leader on the team, both on the stat board and like bringing us together. So I think it's really hard to discount that as well.
What would the score have been?
It would have been close. It's definitely a close power level, but I think 2018 is an overall stronger team. I really wish we would have gotten a chance to play Dallas again in this season. I think we lost to them in 2000. Did we lose to them in the crossover? I think that's what happened.
Yes, Ben Snell.
So I rewatched this play a couple times. I can't tell if Colin hurt his shoulder
Pinky.
Or he just is sad. He has chronic shoulder issues, so he'll like wake up like in the morning and his shoulder will be out. No big deal.
We'll be out.
He's just like, yeah, it happens.
Yeah, he might have slapped his hand.
So what made you pick 80?
Colin had his hand on the disc.
Oh, Donald Driver was a big deal when I was going through college. Yeah.
Maybe hit his thumb. I don't know what
I knew you'd like that.
Go Pack Go. Absolutely.
So when I came into UW Milwaukee as a freshman, I just chose that number.
That's awesome. Smart call, Duncan.
Smart time out here.
Yes, Duncan. I don't know.
Are you on the field right now? Were you thinking that you guys were going to break right there?
No. I'm strictly O-line. I ain't going in D-line. If we're playing zone, I'll come in.
Are you an O-line player? I thought you did play D-line.
Nope. No way.
Thank you.
Rave the slash across. See, there's that double team again. Y'all will pull it out, and it's methodical. It's like, for me, if you watch more randomly nowadays, I'll just throw a couple of random ones out there just to try to get the thrower kind of thrown off. But as long as we're ready for it.
Keeping throwers guessing. It's a good philosophy.
Yep. Be unpredictable. Especially in AUDL, you gotta be unpredictable. And as well as in Ultimate in general, just showing different looks. Yep. So Simon's on you right now. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, timeout.
We switched timeouts. Yeah, you are out.
Switch timeout.
Well, you were on offense and you got a block. So.
Yep.
This is the most emotion Tim has shown in the past 2 weeks. It's right here.
How was he after this game?
It's too many spoilers for the fans.
Too many spoilers. Oh, good call. Let's hold on to that.
So here we got our 3 pattern, just like almost like a little line of scrimmage.
What do you call that, 3 pattern on offense?
Yeah, we normally do something similar, just to like get the frisbee moving
out of the hands.
We definitely don't do it anymore.
Wiseman thought about the deep shot to Riggles. The fans would have enjoyed it.
What's on that?
Riggles now coming under, and he gets the disc.
You know, what's notable in this game too is we had Scott Riggles playing both ways. He was playing offense and defense here.
Offense and defense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big boy.
Well, it's hard to not put someone who's like 6'8" on defense.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Wiseman looking for a couple targets.
There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want. Look at Will Chen. See, Will Chen, right place, right time. Oh, this is what happened? Ankle?
There's Scott. Scott went down. Too many points.
Too many points.
No, he's an incredible player.
Yeah.
What happened here? So I see Will. There's Hussein. Who got this?
Will Chen snuck in there.
Yeah.
Who's probably made everybody jump early though? Yeah. There's always got to be that, you know, it's that wolf pack mentality, and you got to make somebody, you know, one of y'all got to jump early, so the other person jumps early, and then you snag it, and that's what Will did.
Yeah.
First break. Yeah, they could sure use it. Raider on the under.
Nice.
All right, so there. That's like almost a triple team. That's almost a triple team. That's pushing it right there.
We like to push that. We can get 4 people on the mark. We'll do that.
Couldn't find him.
Yeah. There we go. Look at our D line. I don't think we break here.
It's looking good.
Do you know off your top of your head, Charlie, if we get a break from this first half?
I don't think so. I think the first break comes in the 3rd quarter. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, swoop. And this one here is just classic Dave. Like, yeah, I'm 6'5", I'm 240. You're not getting the frisbee. He's even bigger now. Like this season, after this season, he just went into like a lifting routine, and even bigger.
What a half Dave Wiseman has had. 3 goals, 3 assists.
Dave is a beast.
Oh,
yeah.
Raider loves. He loved his
little quick hammer, just like a little swing hammer.
Raider. Nah, like in like 2013, 2015, 16, he loved those hammers because I mean no one can really touch them because it's so high up here, and he just loved to throw. He loved to throw them.
We just watched that Sockeye Ironside semifinal from 2013 at Club Nationals, and he threw like 3 insane hammers.
Yep. I like his thinking because there's no one can like guard. I mean, he's tall enough, and so it's going over the top.
Right.
Yeah. But Danny, I know Danny and others are always like, I doinked that. I don't doink him. I don't doink him. I doinked it.
You. No way.
I doinked it. Well, what's just really interesting. I know this.
No more fun.
All right, so that first half, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, same thoughts as the previous 4 years. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. I think we've had like something going on here where our offense was gelling, and so defense just needed 1 to 2 breaks in the second half. So looking for those opportunities. Other than that, I think like a sense of comfort is like settling in general. What about you? How are you feeling right now?
I mean, the whole first half was getting our feet wet. Like it wasn't even like we were playing a lackadaisical game in a way. Like our offense, we were doing enough but not efficient, and our defense, we didn't get a break. Like, and we had to bring out the O-line or the D-line, I think twice on O-line. Like it was just getting our feet wet with the 18 that we had, and I think I think it was one of those things the leadership came together, and we all kind of said like, hey, we're here in Madison, we're representing us. Let's do it for us. Let's do it for Seattle. So we came back. I remember I got the water, got back on the field, and I started throwing. Like I was hungry after that first half.
Yeah, once you guys hit your stride, it was really hard to stop you. Notably, like you only had 2 shots, I think, in this first half to really get a break. I think otherwise, O-line possessed the disc all the way from receiving this to scoring this touchdown.
That's a heck of a first half, though, Wiseman. 3 goals, 3 assists. Look at Chuck, though.
This is my favorite Chuck Kindred interview.
Special to be able to play.
Is it?
Friends and family.
So Chuck is one of my biggest fans. I always trust him to talk well about me. But before, it was after this game that he started doing it. So I met him for like the first time. I told him, like, hey man, I'm just a big fan. I just need someone to talk really well about me. And he's been doing it ever since.
For you to be a part of the community, be teaching the sport, also be playing the program. Like, what's your philosophy about Ultimate in the community?
I mean,
is he still broadcasting the games on the West Coast?
Without a community to
no, not really.
Good, but it just wouldn't be as fun. And so to get all these kids out here, get the families out here,
had a broadcast
start to pass on the passion that we have for the game to this next generation is a really just cool feeling.
But no, Chuck always liked this too.
Chuck
liked our style.
So going to the second half, you got to close out to advance. What do you think you guys have to do to beat Seattle in the second half?
Yeah, he always vouched for us.
A lot of the same. Continue to
he spent 2 years trying to get me to move out to California.
Right now our plan is for our O
California.
And doing what we're doing. Play the way
didn't want to.
And then the defense.
I think I will continue to play the Radicals until my legs fall off.
Just with all this energy.
That's what I'm doing with Cascades. So, except my game's
incredibly talented players. But
my game's changed. I mean, I'm handling, and it's crazy when I used to cut on this team because there were so many good throwers on the squad that we have here. So.
Let's talk about that. So you had a great season in 2016. 2017, you had an insane season, right? Mm-hmm. Like your assist goals.
It was all right. It was all right, yeah.
It was insane. What changed for you from this game to 2017?
Well, I stayed, and I knew I kind of moved my game from a cutter to a handler, and so I started handling more and got to kind of do a lot of throw and go, and so I just had more opportunities to have the disc in my hands, and so I took advantage of it, and I had great teammates around me too. I had good rep with people. A lot of the club players, sockeye guys, left and decided to stay, and a couple others did, and we played, they played throughout the season a little bit here and there, but a lot of people left after the season, which is bummer, but it gave a lot of opportunities for fresh blood in Seattle. And so, yeah, that's pretty much, I got the ball in my hand a little bit more, which helped. So.
Yeah, that's really what you only need. All right, so we start out the second half here. The sun is set. Run to the Madison, Bree Stevens lights.
That was a great double team by Maddie. I think that would have been a Huck goal right there.
I mean, your defense already looks like it's like taking it to another level here. Like everyone's a little bit tighter. It seems a little bit harder to get the first than it was in the first half. So I'm guessing something was said at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of guys who really fuel that person defense, that tight physicality. Like DY right there was kind of in people's grill in that one, and Duncan's like that, and Joe and Will and Snell and Jesse, like all those D-line guys, they love that stuff. They embrace it, and it fuels them. So they'll never give up. So you can see that's
kind of coming out like third quarter, like running out of
absolutely.
time.
I mean that backs against we're down 6. we're down 6, and
which is a lot in AUDL. Like you don't often see teams come back from more than that.
No.
Which I think is like a big complaint from new fans, is that like when a team is up, the game's over.
Oh no.
How do you feel about that?
I absolutely agree. I've been on the other side. I think last year or 2 years ago, we were beating San Diego by like 7 or 8, and we blew the lead in the fourth quarter, third, fourth quarter. So it can go both ways. Like right there's a drop. Like it's just getting our feet wet the whole game. I felt like we never, until things.
Well, it's also like halftime, so all the fans have had a few drinks, so it's like twice as loud.
It was so loud. And everyone was against us. Everyone was against us. How do you have that? It is.
We actually had to move guys to the field because so many teams started complaining about the fans. They're like, hey, can you?
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were coming in before game, like, hey, can we go like further that way or on the other side? And there was like a year which was like, no, you gotta stay there.
Hey, look at you! You're kind of guarding me. You're kind of guarding me there for a second.
I don't know who I'm guarding right now. Oh yeah.
Now you're guarding Simon. You're guarding Simon. You were on me for a bit. I got the disc under on you.
That sounds about right. Is that you?
No, yeah, but it got called back.
The completion did happen. Right.
Nice.
Things are looking all radicals right here. We're doing it. So we set up this zone right here. Yep, we get a call, so we go into a little bit of a poachy zone, just make you throw another 50 throws, hopefully.
There, you want to make us throw like a screw. Oh,
fine. Mashnik's just stumped. He doesn't know how that happened.
Do you like playing at nighttime? I love playing nighttime weather.
Love playing nighttime. I hate the cold and I hate the heat, so I'm a very hard person to please. So like nighttime with the light, like the perfect time to play for me. You won't catch me complaining very much.
Yep. Yeah, I love nighttime games. Some people say about the shadow. Club player, yeah. I didn't play last year. I coached last year. Took a year off. It was my first year off for a long time, to give the body a little break. But I'm hungry to play again, so I've been try my best to stay in shape and get going again. I'm gonna try out. I'm gonna try out for teams. So I don't know yet. But the last team I played on was with Mixtape.
So Jaden Scullion, I think, might have been in the running for oldest player in the league playing right here. I think he was 40-ish something. I don't know. I saw him the other day and he still looks the same age.
Still looks the same.
Like, yeah. At like 32, like even Andrew Brown with it, like some of the older people on our team, and they could throw the disc better than anybody.
Anybody, yeah.
Yeah. There's Dave.
Have the Radicals made a
Dave's
careless
Brian.
mistake in the entire game?
No.
Yeah, here's Jaden right here.
They're up by 5.
Yeah, they have been very choosy.
Oh,
that was Donnie. That was Donnie. I think it was Donnie. Was that? No, it was Duncan. That was Duncan.
Hart to Wiseman. Yes.
Oh.
So we'll see that throw like 2 more times this quarter.
Cross field from one side to the other.
Yeah, fun fact, this is trivia for everybody. Tim will yell at you endlessly for throwing cross-field throws like that. He hates those throws.
He would love playing with me then. Yeah, he would love playing. Yeah, I do that a lot. So
yeah,
it's such a big field. And it's different on like a regular field, but this field, if you put like a Huck mentality on a cross field,
right?
It's just because all the defenses cheat when it comes to the AUDL field because they kind of have to. They have to. It's such a big field that they have to kind of help each other out, and so if you're constantly throwing turns in that, you need to holster.
And that is, I think that is something that's an area of contention for like club versus pro too. Is I think people don't like the amount of space you have to work with horizontally. Yeah, I like the ultimate purists who think that Frisbee needs to be on however wide the club fields are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get the Mark Hansen on that.
Match have like invisibility mode where like throwers just don't see him sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
There's Jay. Rip it. Boom!
Oh
no, this is the Zane. Oh yeah, this.
Come on, Zane. Zane Rankin. Another underrated. He's incredible. Zane is incredible. He's a workhorse. Plays bigger than what he is. He's a great thrower.
He's score here too, right? After this, like, he's a household name.
He had a huge club year. Huge club year. Yeah. Because again, he's one of those ones you don't know what to do. You don't know what to take away. Like, do you force him under, and then he gets and he slings a forehand jack. And this is Raider. This is Raider. Oh, this is Raider being Raider.
Yeah.
That's Raider being Raider.
Yep. There's a J. So Raider has scored on 4 different Radical defenders now.
I'm not sure Jay Frood has run into a statue like that in the end zone.
Like if I was your coach, I would have been like, all right, we're doing the Raider play.
I know. I know.
At this point, it was like the only thing that was working. You know, we figured a lot of other stuff out, but just could not figure out how to defend Raider in this game. Yeah, Zane, great.
Big coup. We also played better, and I'm not trying to polish us off here, but I think our O-line played better D this second half than we did the first half when we gave up the breaks. I think we got our feet going. So, and that's important as an O-line. You gotta play heads up, smart D.
I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, so we've got Jaden, Tom Annan on the line here, 2 of our most experienced throwers.
Brian Hart takes
smart.
A shot. Kevin Brown
Brian Hart.
Carnegie.
Oh.
Hussein Carnegie.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of feel the momentum here where it's like 2 really big back-to-back blocks on your side. Like, what did this do for you as an O-line player?
Holy cow!
Hussein is the most classiest, incredible, genuine human being as well. He's emotional in such positive ways, like, and he makes plays like that look incredible.
It was funny because
yeah, I think the one time I actually met him in person, not on the field, it was not Sandblast, is at Layout, and he is wearing like the minimum amount of clothing that you're allowed to wear at a beach, or, like, but still like the nicest guy.
That's awesome. That's great. That's great.
I will pop in here to say that I am the reason Hussein plays Ultimate. It's actually true. He was he was in my hall my freshman year of NYU. He had been a very competitive soccer player growing up and in high school, and he didn't want to keep playing soccer. And I said, well, why don't you come out and play Ultimate Frisbee? So he did, and now he is an incredible elite tier defender.
How long from that day to being an elite defender did it take? Was it like 2 years, a year?
He was an exceptional athlete instantly. He was the best player in the Metro East our senior year, and it was clear that he was going to go to big things on in club, and once he started to learn to throw, he became just a super dangerous player. But one of my very best friends.
Love it.
And everything you're describing sounds exactly like Hussein.
Ryan Hart lets it go. Peter
Yeah, that's the second cross field.
There's another one. That's two. Yep.
Yeah.
Almost the same exact
Tim is losing his marbles right now.
Possessions ago.
On the inside, for sure.
He doesn't stop practice, make you run lines afterwards, does he, for doing that?
No.
Yeah.
Tim,
so
I think Tim very much so leads by personal responsibility. Like, he trusts everybody on the team to make sure they're doing what they need to do and that to come prepared yourself to games. I don't think he really inserts himself very much in sort of personal growth for other people. I mean, he's a resource. But he's really given the offense this year, 2018, really the reins to kind of create their own identity rather than just kind of be a helicopter coach.
That's awesome. That's
I
great.
Will let
I
you
mean,
guys
I was
know
going
that the chat is demanding hot takes. They want to hear some more spicy, controversial takes from you. So if you have some thoughts, please drop them.
Okay. Hot take. AUDL will be more prominent than club in the next 10 years. Khalif, is that hot enough?
The Khalif, you brought that to Khalif. I'm going to say that AUDL will be more. I'm going to say I think club's always going to club's here to stay. I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I know I'm wrong. I know I'm on this, and it's a hot take.
You know you're wrong.
I know that I'm wrong to some of the viewers, and I'm on this right now. I hope it can somehow work on some things for it to both be presentable. But I think club just has that historic and I don't know. That's my take, I think. But I know it's a hot spicy take.
Whether it's in its final form, will end up being the flagship of Ultimate. Anyway,
gotcha.
Other hot take: Sub-Zero tights from 2016, 2015 is the future of our sport.
Yes.
I was captain of a few teams, and since I saw those, and no co-captain in the team have allowed me to make that the uniform.
Really?
Yeah, and I played for Sub-Zero season, and they didn't have the tights. Just a waste on my part.
I've got like a DeAndre Jordan after I dunk on a guy.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of some good hot takes.
That is not fair. Look at this throw.
I'll think of some. Put it together.
That is a perfect throw. In rhythm, the defender.
So what do we got here for score?
We got
13-19.
And I think I got it since I did bring it up. I think they can coexist, and so that's my answer. I think they can coexist with AUDL and club, as well as Premier Ultimate League and the Western Ultimate League. So I hope it all can work out, because the coolest thing in the world is the fact that we can play it in a venue like this. I did my pet peeve right there. I absolutely did my pet peeve.
I'm going to retract my saying the PUL AUDL version of it. That was a good inclusion there. I should have said that.
Yep. So I think it's a good thing for it, and that is me as a Cascade member and advocate for. So I hope we'll keep pushing for it. So
yeah. So I want the visualization I want everyone to have right now at this point in the game is just like you're at the top of the roller coaster, Right, we like climbed the peak. We were up by 7, and it did not get better from here.
All right, I got to give some mixtape love. Hot take, Brad and Cam Bailey are not the best 2-on-2 mini players in the world. So I don't know if you know about this, but I'm going to throw it out there. They're not the best. Another hot take.
Who the best are then?
The best are... Ooh. I'm gonna go. I can't even say like Dylan and Trent because they played against them and they lost. I'm gonna say Henry Fan. I'm gonna go Khalif.
We gotta set it up.
Or actually no, I'm gonna go Gen City. And Brad Hauser. And Henry Fan. Sorry.
We gotta set it up.
All right. We gotta set it up. All right. Make sure what happens.
Another fun trivia that just happened is we were up 7 points and the camera points at Tim and Tim is laughing and smiling, and that was like the most emotion he's shown ever. And Chuck,
he was smiling.
Chuck didn't even say something like "that man is so happy" and like or something like that. And Tim looks back and he and I watch. We talk about how like that was the turning point. Like we let our emotions slip right then, right when the camera went on Tim's face. We still don't even know.
I'm not seeing a lot of openings for them.
No, and Madison has been doing a really good job of challenging them in the first half of the field.
So critical hold by you guys to not go down by 8, bring it back to 6.
It could have really worked it. There we go. There we go. No pressure.
First like real forced turn here. It's like
Duncan Lynn shoots it to Will Chen.
Oh, nice
easy. They had not played defense the entire game.
With 4:36 to
so
go
I mean that was they did not know how to play defense in that moment.
But I'll say you weren't worried right now. Like I know there was a couple more points, there's a couple little things, but you weren't quite worried yet.
I always worry.
You're always worried. You internalize it. Yeah, it's all internal.
Yeah. I'm never chill.
Hot take. Rockford, Illinois is the best place for nationals.
And they need to capitalize.
Cut him, Charlie. Cut his feet.
It's great.
That was my first nationals experience, and it was like 40 degrees, snowing and raining, and it was like a 40-minute drive. Well, I would not in Wisconsin or Illinois. Awful idea. Although I guess that's a hot take. That includes that's a hot take. Qualifies.
It does.
Oh, Logan threw it.
There it is.
Uncharacteristic mistake here by Logan.
A proper holster to Snell, to Russell. Seattle gaining confidence.
So we went this entire game without a break, and then you guys get 2 breaks in 2 minutes. What is the energy right now on the sideline?
This is us. This is us. This is literally us. Like anytime, I know it's kind of weird, but like, you know, you'll sometimes have those huddle talks. We'll say, hey, like, that's stop waiting for one of the teammates. You go make a play. You go make a play. And once when that happens, that's when everybody else gets energized and gets into it, and we build off the energy. Like,
is it like a slow burn? Are you guys like slowly gaining it, or are you like just hyped the entire time?
Oh no, I mean, one of the sayings is like when we see blood, we're chomping down at the bit, and we're gonna chomp down. And so right now we're seeing blood starting to come out. And that's what we love, and so we start celebrating everything. And when things aren't going our way, what can you do to keep your head above water, where you're still in the game, but not completely out of it? So that's literally what we're thinking right now. But at the same time, we're still down by 4. Like I think that's still this is a long game.
But
so I think those were my.
A minute and a half ago, you were down by 7.
Oh, absolutely. It's all momentum. I say this all the time. It's all momentum. It could change blink of an eye, and right there you saw 2 easy, quick turnovers, and all of a sudden it's back into a closer game.
Yeah, I don't think we had an offensive possession that was like under 30 seconds. And like in the AUDL, you typically score between 15 and 45. So like it's somewhat average, but it's not quick for you guys. We're making it hard. And for you guys to get 2 goals that quickly is saying something for the amount of energy brought into this third quarter.
A pick call downfield.
Aha!
Oh, wait. Classy pick call.
Maybe it'll disrupt Madison's flow just a little bit.
Imagine if they allowed picks in AUDL. There'd be a lot of bodies. A lot of bodies. It would be like Golty. Oh, hot take. Golty's better than Biggie.
On fire right now. They smell.
Golty's better than what?
Biggie. Big ultimate.
Oh, I understand.
You think so? There's a double team. Goltimate's better than Big Ultimate. You, I feel like you'd like it.
No, I hate Golty. I love Beach.
You love Beach? Oh, Beach is fun.
For the first time like 2 years ago, and it's what I was meant to do for the rest of my life. Alright, so here I am marking Simon. He does.
Yeah, you're on Simon.
He does
what are you trying to take away right now? What are you trying to take away right now? The huck? Because right now you're close to sidelines.
For some reason I'm taking away like the backhand 3-yard gainer. I should be more flat here, but I think he just slices it right up on me here. Yeah. Ugh.
Raider takes a shot to Burton.
Throw me the ball.
Jeez.
What a catch
Jeez.
by Mark Burton.
How was that contact? You like that?
Two-handed. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Two-handed.
For the Seattle Cascades.
Look at Raiders forehand. Fake the back, and then he with his forehand throw, he kind of wobbles it out. There's not much of a snap on that wrist. Beautiful. I think I went over to him after I go, I love the trust. That's going to work. I remember to come up and say, put that trust up there, because I ain't a big guy.
You play like you're 6'5".
No, I use the bod. I use the body.
I wish, and maybe Charlie can like bring up the stat, but you had the most something, or the largest plus minus or something in 2017. 2018. I don't remember what it was, but it was.
I have Mark's stats here.
Oh,
2017, he was a plus 88 with 81 assists and 36 goals and 5 blocks.
Yeah, 5 blocks. Give me those blocks. Give me those blocks. Yeah. No, I was just trying to be efficient and trying to keep us in games, and be dynamic.
So I think this is, it's been a slow momentum changing here, but I think officially, like, we are under pressure. If I'm remembering correctly, like, other people are now worrying that aren't me.
That aren't you. So you're feeling it's around the team.
For sure. Like, Pat is still playing cool. Peter's fine. Kevin Brown is probably fine. Ryan Hart is fine. Yeah. But like, the people who won the 2018 championship were still like not seasoned enough to be okay with what was happening. A lot of the veterans were like okay, but not enough of the team. It was experienced. Not enough of the team had been to club nationals or like had lost in the other previous years. Like, we just didn't have enough loot to know what this was like.
Madison was looking ever so slightly flustered, or perhaps I shouldn't say that they were having to.
No, that's all mentality. Yeah, I love it. I love that stuff. Like it's crazy to think about the athlete psychology of being in pressure moments and then being just in games like this, and how it affects your next year and the following year, and taking what a game like this, and like that's why I said this team is so our Seattle Cascades in 2016 was good, because we just had vets who played in big games before, and you take that along with you. Hey Charlie, I got a hot take for you. I got one more hot take for you. All right, you're gonna sell Ulti World 2021.
That's the year.
Looking for
yep. 2021, you're gonna sell it.
How much money you want to put on it? I want to go back to the previous point real quick. KPS, did that settle the nerves to get that, to see that goal go on the board, go back up by 4?
I don't remember everything about this game this far, but I do remember every goal feeling like a little bit of relief, because at this point in the game they weren't coming as easily. So when we did it felt good, and then like it just felt like we were getting lucky every score after that. MC getting that one.
MC. He's incredible. It's crazy. You can learn. Who's one of your mentors? Who's one of your maybe on the Radicals this year or in 2016, or just as you're kind of growing to the elite defender that you are? Like who are people that you really looked up to?
I more like watched from a distance, and like rather than asking questions, I was more just like looking at players like Peter, Brian, Dave, Andrew, and just see what they did. They always just looked so like cool and easy and chill on the field. And like I've often thought that like the key to me being a better player is just finding a way to relax. So those 4 players are like the coolest cats you'll ever see play. They just play hard. They don't really care what like conditions of the fields are, or, like what's going on in the game. They always play well. So those 4 I would say are my mentors in 2016.
2016, cool.
I think another one of those back shoulder ones here.
Yeah. I think we call integrity here. I think it was like integrity call if I'm mistaken or something.
Oh, on the throw.
Yeah. So this was the integrity call that I think it was on the maybe slapped his hand or something, but I think this is one of the calls we made. Yeah, make you dance,
Yeah.
make you dance. Keep dancing.
Dude, I know it happened. I'm like, how does this happen? That's why it happened. Cross field.
Say it again. So
here it is.
Tim, there it is. Here it is. Everybody take a moment. Take a moment. Breathe it in.
80 yards of the field? Are
Look out,
you
Ref.
kidding me?
Jeez.
You are kidding me!
I remember I was running along the sideline. I was yelling at Matty Russell, and I was just saying, "Keep going, keep going, keep going."
Russell after Carnegie's
Dude, Dave and Kevin is on the mark. You can see them right now. They have no idea how that happened.
They know how that got through.
Yeah, like how it got through one, and then like how it had a flight pattern to make it 100 yards. That's insane. And like I like watched that throw a ton. And, like he doesn't travel, like winds up and just puts it exactly away from all the defenders in the end zone.
My big thing, look at the torque. Look at the quick release. Like his mechanics of that forehand huck is ridiculous. Or his backhand huck. It is so ridiculous how much torque and just that just from his core that he puts on that. Look at that. Like it's like a sling. And I don't know.
Sorry, I keep watching the referee.
I can't throw that. It's incredible.
Is that guy still refereeing?
What was that?
I wonder if that guy's still refereeing.
Oh no! After getting hit, after getting knocked down.
That's all Brian Hart talked about for like a week. Is that referee?
The ref getting away.
Yeah, I don't think he was like in a position. But I would be livid if I ran the ref at a point like that.
Yeah. We got a 2-point game here, so we got a game.
Yeah, 2-point game. You've scored 7 of the past 10 or something like that. 7 of the past
something like that.
Yeah. A lot of the last points. I mean, was there a speech or any sort of like conversation in the huddle, like between
I think, yeah, this might have been the Raider moment, this might have been it when he anything is possible. I think that's what his tattoo thing was, is anything is possible or something like that. And he just came in riled up, fired up, and this is like we talked about. We were down 7-8, and now we're back in the game. That's finished the job. So this is what Seattle. This is what we love. This is what we do. This is what we do now too. Like we've that's like always been with us. That you little backhand toss there?
Yeah, notably that was my first 2 touches of the game.
Trivia. Look at the handler. I like it.
I am not somebody who frisbee a lot. That's for sure. I have a lot of very talented teammates who do good things with the frisbees.
Absolutely.
That's
what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's literally what it's all about. 4 goals a D. It's a good game.
Yeah, that seems like a night for Peter. I wish they showed us stats from this game.
Oh,
yeah. Blocks.
Yeah. It's the Sean Marion, the Matrix does everything. Like LeBron status, gets rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, everything.
Yeah, somehow he does it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really nice. Yeah, he did not like the box out. Nick did not like the box out on that. Look at the fans. Like like for me, like AUDL, they've given such. This is one of the most memorable games I've ever played in, and it's just incredible for them to create an opportunity to play in this game. And I hope everyone gets the opportunity to play in a game like this. Like just to play in front of that many people, and just make you feel valued to some, and it's incredible. To play in this game was an loss of words. So.
Oh, man, so we almost have another opportunity for a break here.
Yeah.
Like, which would have been huge for us. I have a feeling we don't score this one.
Yeah. Ooh, pick called again.
We just got a break on that last point.
Yeah.
And calls the timeout. Great job, Tim. Great job. Good job.
That was good. How's when does Tim usually, does he like to sub out the DO? Does he use the timeouts in that sake, or has he used it in other ways?
He's gone through like a progression. Like there used to be no trust in the D line from years like 1 through 4, and like 17, 18, 19, he kind of let us like do our own thing. I think there's like a curse. Like O-line or D-line timeouts, O-line trying to score. I think it's a pretty low percentage that actually score.
Yep.
You agree with that?
I would agree. I thought at first the greedy part in me was like, since I'm O-line, I'm like, I want to get out there and do it. And I see more and more that the likelihood, the percentage of the O-line coming back out there and then turning it is high.
Yeah, so we turn it here. You guys get another block. That would have been a really, really big conversion for us.
Donnie Clock forehand. Snell. Ben Snell. Love him. He's on the team this year as well.
Wow.
Love it.
When we interviewed Donnie Clark out west during the playoffs, and he just said when this team's playing their best, they're having fun.
That was such an incredible catch.
Right now, these guys are storming the field. They're so excited when their guys make plays.
That was a huge grab.
Ben Snell just made the club junior catch of the game.
I'm having issues.
Check this out.
All right, there, it's back.
There we go.
That was the catch of the game. Yeah, Donnie Clark put a little too much OI on that. Snell made a good play on it. Or that half glass full. Look at that!
Right,
look
so
at the fans. Incredible.
Playing on the open line right now. That's how you know. Boom!
Oh,
This is a bomb the other way.
Sefton coming to help.
Come on, Duncan. Come on, Duncan.
I'll dunk it.
Yes. And then there's who's that, Joe? Coming in there to be the enforcer. Go UW.
Dude, I remember that so vividly, just like missing on that layout. And like dunk, just like dinked off my hands. Right there.
No. Right there.
2/3 of the way down the field.
Swing. Nice and chill. Keep it easy. Attack the middle of the field. There we go.
Yeah. Dude, much more comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trying to catch you off guard. Good. Move the ball early. There we go. Footwork.
Tim had this he had this pretty cool graphic of how you guys scored in this game, and you basically didn't score anything. All of your scores were like on the edges. It was a really cool graphic to see how we just got broken down this time.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, so something different about Seattle and Madison. I know this is y'all again talking about Tim, coach, and you have all coaches. We had leadership. We didn't have any coaches up until this year. So it's an interesting thing to have a coach and not. So what are your thoughts on having a coach? How much does that help the team in the AUDL?
I'm sorry, Mark. You're going in and out. I'm trying to see if I.
Yeah. I know. I recognize that. Just talking about a coach, like having a coach, like we have not, like for the Cascades, we've had leadership, and we've had Roger kind of help out and coach a little bit, but mostly it was no coaches and most leadership. So I'm curious, having such a great coach like Tim and having others, what is it like?
You cut out right when you're asking the question again.
Under 8 minutes to play. Madison leads Seattle by 1. Dallas awaits the winner.
Oh, all right. Oh, it's looking okay.
Is it back?
So you're saying back, coach?
Going in and out. Yeah. Just having a coach. Like, what is it like? Seattle normally we don't have coaches up until this year, really. And so, wonder what it's like to be coached rather than just leadership or captains running stuff.
It's great. Tim and Spyro are integral roles to this team. Spyro watches more film than I think anybody in the history of the planet has ever watched film, and that gives a lot of insight on our opponents. And I think Tim is thinking very avant-garde when it comes to Frisbee, and I think he's always trying to push the envelope as to like what we're going to be doing season to season to make sure we're ahead of the curve. And like to remove that from playership removes a burden that I think allows us to focus on playing and captaining. But I think coaching and captaining are two things that like should be exclusive most of the time when able. It's just so hard to captain and coach. It's really a difficult thing to do.
Yeah. Absolutely agree.
I feel like we should be near the end of the game here, but we're still keeping the score
7.5 minutes.
Yeah, like so much time. It's a 2-point game. Rewatching this, like how did we get here? How did this happen? How is this a 1-point game with like over a half a quarter to go?
I mean, this is one of you hit it right in the nose. This is a game that you can absolutely show anybody who's not really watched Ultimate or curious about it. This is a game that you can see. It's like check this out.
Yeah. Even like rewatching it though, like I feel like I've looked several times and like I'm really seeing the score now. Like 7 minutes 13 seconds left, and we're up by 1, up by 7 with 5 minutes left in the third. You know, like how please.
Mark hasn't said anything yet, but this is his throw, and it is dirty.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. That was thanks, Charlie.
Just looking up.
I mean, MC and I were fighting over it, so.
Seattle is hot with the disc. They can put it anywhere.
All right, so run down the pull. Ooh, I think that's Joe again getting involved. I love it.
classic Brian. I was just telling you about, man. He's just gonna catch the frisbee regardless of like the defensive traffic. Does not care.
Stays in the game, throws it.
Oh.
Couldn't make the play.
Oh.
There's a whistle.
Okay, right, comes back. That one comes back.
Perhaps Hart did not wait for the whistle to start play.
So something I recognize about your offense is really good, even here as you're showing, doing right now. You really put people on the break side, and you really let them attack the open side really well, and then it opens up these shots. It's incredible.
I want to talk about that. This point, like this like fiasco right here is really crazy. Were you on the field when this is happening?
No, this is our D-line. Yeah.
So for the people watching, there's a triple call. There's a stall called on Colin, and we're arguing that there was a mark and then not a mark, and then a new mark, so new stalls should have came in. And I mean, we're Colin especially is like pretty upset that this is being called. So like Hussein is here. He's not really marking. He's not within 10. He's within 10. Stall starts. And moves out of 10 there. Stall is called.
Yep.
And so like, I mean, it's great. I think like Tim and Spyro are on the field right now, just like throwing their hats at the referee, trying to get them to stop play.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the sideline right now. What are you thinking? Are you like, we got away with it, or like this is good for us? What's going on?
Well, it looks like Raider and Tim are talking. I didn't see. I mean, I didn't really know if it was the stall or if there was a pick or anything. So I didn't know up until kind of this discussion. I'm pretty sure I asked somebody what was all happening, and so they're all talking about it right now. So I actually, in the moment, did not know that it was kind of on the stall count, then off, and then all that. I had no idea.
That was pretty crazy. Do you know who ended up making the, like, who convinced your team that this was a non-call or should be an integrity call?
I mean, I think it would be a lot of the guys on our team, but it looks like it was close to Will Chen, and I'm guessing Will probably did it. It looks like Will's having the conversation with them, and it looks like he was one who was close to it. It might be Joe too, it looks like, but yeah.
I think this also is one of the reasons why our sport is, like, the AUDL outlet and platform is so great. And this highlights the integrity call and what good it can do.
Absolutely.
I mean, we put in the players' hands, and the players, in my opinion, not just because I was on the positive end of this call, but like, I think it was the right decision if you're looking at film.
Absolutely. There's another throw of that. I absolutely agree. I think AUDL does a great job letting us as players also involved in that integrity call, and it's the same thing in any other professional sport. Is refs miss calls, and it happens, and so the fact that we can highlight the human sportsmanship side of things, and the fact that AUDL can represent that and show that it is integrity, it's an incredible thing to do that.
Yeah, and just at high stakes too. Like,
no, absolutely.
I think a lot of the games like where people like abuse the rules in high stakes games or like close games like this, and things get chippy. But I don't think things really got chippy between anybody, and like the call was made.
Yeah,
just kept playing.
So there you are. Yeah, y'all came down in the box again. I think we call it the double team box, and then we're just trying to pick and choose. Pick away at it.
You look so much more comfortable. You guys look like you don't mind how we're doubling you. There's no way I was getting that frisbee. It just is a more efficient Seattle offense here. Like, you guys look like you want to win this game right now and can win this game.
And and props to y'all. But y'all are trying to create chaos for us. I think you saw that, and you're trying to create chaos to make us do something, throw it away, and we just stay calm and collected. And we felt, I guess we felt comfortable. I guess you would say we're getting more comfortable with it. So
comfort is like bad and good. Much of comfort is a bad thing, but like you want to feel a groove, like in the flow of things, right, and not force anything.
A flow. Yep.
I mean, we tried we felt back a lot, 2015 and before. We don't really do this anymore, but when we're ahead and we can feel the momentum changing, we just like throw zone out, give a different look, run down the clock, you know, basically try to not put us in a point-by-point situation come the final 2 minutes. And that was not working on you guys at all.
Down to the final 5:34. Andrew Brown hits his brother Kevin. Patch Rywise taking off. Raider out there on defense this point. See the arm chop with the
Adam Hughes gets the frisbee here.
Yep.
Swing to Browner. Boom! Oh, do it, Brown.
No, that was smart to sit. He was 40 yards away. I think he has it, but it's 40 yards away. It's a good decision.
Oh man, Kevin Brown.
There it is.
Andrew Brown.
How about that?
Inside position, Donnie Clark comes up big in this fourth quarter. He had a block earlier. That was big. He had just had that block. Big. That's a big fourth quarter.
I think that was his reach right there for a contact call was a little aggressive.
Oh. All right, good. Use the whole field. I love it. Is that Snell, the swing? Good.
Yeah. You're not worried about timeout. Like, you guys don't even play. You don't even look like you're playing down. You look like you're up like 3 points and just taking your time.
No, I say this a lot when offense looks a little flustered. It's like, hit your teammate in the chest. Find your open. Just hit him. Play catch.
Do the simple.
Play catch. Do simple. Yeah, exactly. And then we call it timeout. I don't know.
Our O-line is so happy you did that. I mean, this is insane. 23-24, 4 minutes to go. I'm marking again. Big mistake.
You did a good job. Took away that, though. There you go. You don't let Simon do anything. We'll just chip away.
Yep.
Chip away. Take your time.
At all.
Y'all feast at the end zone. You create a lot of chaos in the end zone. I thought I was in, but I wasn't, I guess. Oh, this is you and me. I absolutely, that was not charged. I couldn't pivot. I could not pivot. That was, I thought that was such bull crap.
Foul.
Flopping out there like Reggie Miller.
You have an excellent
Reggie Miller
here.
shooting a 3-pointer, flopping.
I do flop a lot.
Hey, Charlie, I know we're on time. Charlie, can you rewind it?
Sure.
Watch. Charlie, you be the judge. You be the judge with it. Okay. Sorry, folks. We got to watch this, or you can tell us.
Okay, so we're going to look at where your pivot foot is, and then look at, like, if I'm straddling that pivot foot.
I couldn't pivot. I feel like if I can't pivot.
Oh, yeah. I might have been able to.
I couldn't pivot. And I still threw a goal. Let it play. I was already going to
so it was real enough.
Hey, I'm just happy I can knock you down, all right?
I honestly, I call it flopping joking about it, but if I'm going to be that close on the mark on the goal line and you hit me, like, I'm going to get a foul call or you're going to call. That's the thing. I'm sitting for both of those situations. And you have an excellent throw around, so.
If I'm reffing, it's a no call.
No call?
Yeah, but I would probably wait to see what happened with the pass. Like the NBA refs wait to see whether the ball goes in sometimes if they decide to call the foul. If it's a turnover, I'd probably call foul on the defense. But if it's a score like it was, no call. If I'm the ref.
Thanks, Charlie.
So like we said, the jury's still out on that one. Like we said, what is your opinion on intentionally fouling? They do basketball when you wrap them up. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I've coached basketball, high school, middle school, and I think one of the things with intentional fouling is if you're on a breakaway, fast break, or if you're literally purposely, I think there's definitely a gray area. If you're wrapping somebody up safely, I think it's fine. If you shove somebody or undercutted somebody, I think it's a different thing. So I think there should be a grade level of intentional foul of one level and the other level.
I agree with that. I think that's exactly how I feel. Like there's times where like it's 3-on-1. I get my offender gets the frisbee, I'll just grab the frisbee and make sure to throw it until the referee calls something.
Yeah, and I know there's definitely purists of the game, and they're going to say you shouldn't do that. That's not integrity, and you just get heat in big games, and sometimes it just happens without really thinking. And if you're a competitor,
right call is made. Yeah. Right call, like a foul. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I am intentionally stopping play. I'm not causing any contact. Like I don't want the person to be injured, and he does get an advantage from it. They get to center the frisbee, or they get a yardage. I think it might be different in the club because maybe you get a stall, but like you don't really get yardage. You get a advantage.
Yep, I love it. I love the fact that you get you go back, or you go forward based on fouls. I think AUDL, we're hitting it right on the nose with that. I like it.
All right, so here we go, 24-25.
That was a great response by your O-line on the last one.
Yeah. I've seen this game 100 times. I'm like on the edge of my seat.
Look at that. That's a Simon throw.
You got me on one foot.
That's a Simon throw. If watch more Simon. Simon throws that forehand leaning back, his long lanky, and throws those insides. It's crazy because like when we do market drills, you can't do it.
Mirrored him on one foot. I think they show a replay here.
Look, what? 6 goals, 2 assists by Raider. Tearing it.
Yeah, look at
this. Look at this. Oh, you got your foot out too.
Yeah. That's all I could do. I was either gonna be like on the ground, like right side of him, or get a foot out.
Simon is so lanky, so long. Any break mark throws we do, there's not a lot of people who can do anything against it.
Yeah, here's a hot take. If the AUDL didn't do double team first, there would already be double team in club.
Ooh, I like it. Again, there's a lot of. Yes, I think AUDL has helped. Yes.
I feel like club is not doing double teams, even though they know they're great because AUDL did it first.
I would say yes. I would say yes to that. I'll agree.
They want to be too like AUDL.
I completely agree.
Wow, lots of picks down there for Nick.
So I am with you on that one.
Ooh.
Here we go. Minute 45, coming down to the wire. Got a D-line out there. Y'all are swinging it, moving it. Again, it's same thing. Your offense is great. You're keeping the open space really well. Open sides there. That's a good shutdown. Who was that? Was that Duncan?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So Duncan, great footwork. Duncan, that is his like MO. He's such a good. I mean, he's a good defender, but he's so good in those tight spots. He has great footwork. He shut down that reset. That was like 3 seconds.
This is your first opportunity as a team to go up. 25-25, attacking for the lead. First time.
With a minute left.
And zero resistance on our end.
Did you bring in any swing players over for this point, for this O-line point? No? Or you keep your traditional O? Do you know?
It looks like traditional O. We don't really we don't really transition line or like mix lines really. We'll like have O-line
even with the minute left. Yeah. Yeah.
Big point. And so you go up by 1. It doesn't feel real. I remember, like, similar to how I feel now, where it just is, we should still be up by 7. You know, like, this whole thing happened so fast, and we're just trying to, like, stop the bleeding for 15 minutes. It just never ends. You guys just bleed us out here.
Great work by D-line, though. I mean, just the chilly, calm, collect, find the open players.
Do you have a lot of experience on your D-line as far as, like, years playing Frisbee?
On this one right here? Years playing Frisbee, yes. Together, probably not a whole lot, I would say. Snell was new, Jesse was new. I mean, Harkness has played D-line and has played some O-line. So, like, right now, we swung over Zane, and it looks like Raider. And I think I've notable here. Oh, here it is. Everyone take a moment.
Line.
Donnie Clark. Donnie, the golden retriever, Donnie Clark. He goes, I got it with the fingertip. I got it with my fingertip, is what he said afterwards. It was great. One of Donnie's most incredible, incredible teammate, incredible guy. I love him to death. I played with him, I don't know how many years. And for him to come out and put himself on the stage like that and just barely get a piece of it. Hot take.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was going for it? Who was that? Who was the receiver on
Coolidge.
that? Should Coolidge have attacked that? Hot take. Put him on stage.
I don't.
Put him
If
on.
he attacks it, if he attacks it, he gets it. But also, like, I don't think that anyone was expecting Donnie to get there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Thomas really took like a bad line at it either. Like, if Donnie takes one hesitation step, like if he slows down just a little bit, he doesn't get it.
I was sitting 10 feet from this play. You might see the little tent I was sitting in this shot here. There's the D, and I'm in that blue tent right there. This is one of the most iconic plays that I still remember to this day, and I've been doing this since 2012. Incredible play on the biggest stage.
It was incredible. Incredible. I mean, like, Donnie Clark is one of the fastest people on the team, but the fact for him to get that, he hit another speed on that.
What was this throw by Raider?
I don't know. I love you, Raider. I don't know why. There's 20 seconds left in the game, and there's no need. I know he wanted to seal the deal, probably, but there was. I was like, when that happened, I was like, we gave you a chance.
We had, like, called a timeout here, and then it didn't get called.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah. This made me scared. I was scared. I thought you had that. I thought you had that. I was
no way.
To that point, I was still scared. When I saw it go up, like, I've seen games happen like this. It's gonna be Ty Ball again.
Jeez, it's just unreal. So we were talking a little bit before this game, but, like, this game really shaped the identity of the Radicals. And a lot of us just kind of like a BC, like a before Price, after whatever. Like, this is like, you're either before the Radicals did this, or like you're after Radicals. You're after the change, after the loss, after the Seattle loss. You are one of them. And this was so hard to go through. Oh man. And, like,
so
I watched at least a month for 2 years until, like, we won in 2018, and then I put it away.
Yeah. So what was this? Was this fuel then? Was this a remembrance? Just like, did you? What was the team like afterwards? I'm curious about, like, a game like this, where I know that y'all are such a tight unit. Like, with the AUDL Madison team is so bought in, and I love that and respect that so much, because it's something so unique, and I can see that in your style of play as well as just from what I hear all around. And so for you to go through this together, I feel like, what was it like afterwards?
It was hard. And, I mean, 2007 still felt like a dream, like a bad hangover. Like, it took us a while to like get in our groove, and even though we made a championship weekend in 2017, like we didn't even feel there. Like, we hung with San Francisco for a little bit, but we just didn't feel like we were ready to compete. And I know a lot of people took a similar journey to like something that I did was we just like worked super hard. Like, I took training super seriously. We took practice super seriously. We like decided that we were going to treat mentality of the team as a priority. And I mean, it ended up with us winning in 2018, but it took this loss. Like, if here's a hot take: we don't lose this game, we don't win in 2018.
Cool. Cool.
Like, we needed this to shape our identity. Yeah. And that's what I look at the game as moving forward.
That's really cool. Well, I'm jealous. I'm happy y'all won one. Hopefully, someday soon we'll get one. We'll taste victory.
Yeah, I can't wait to play you again, man.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So cool.
Well, thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. KPS and Mark Burton here from the AUDL and Charlie over at Alta World for Send It Back. Tune in for the next one.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
An Ulti-World subscription gets you closer to the players and personalities you care about with game video, in-depth written and video analysis.
He's going to take off deep, but what he does is very simple.
Documentary shorts.
And we've played Brute Squad before, and it just feels a little bit harder to lose this year.
And a whole lot more. To get your subscription or learn more, go to ultiworld.com/subscribe.